Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. As-salatu was-salamu ala rasulihil kareem wa ala alihi wa ashabihi wa man istanna bi sunnatihi ila yawmiddin. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, brothers. Inshallah ta'ala, today we'll do one hadith from the collection of 40 hadiths of Imam Nawawi, and with this hadith we'll be coming to the 33 hadiths of the collection of 42, and we have remaining of almost 9 hadiths. And because of the Ramadan, as this is the last week before the Ramadan, inshallah ta'ala, so we'll be stopped for at least 4 or 5 weeks, and then inshallah ta'ala after Eid we'll come back, and probably in a month or so we'll finish the rest of the hadith and the whole series of 40 hadiths of Imam Nawawi. So today's hadith is a short hadith, but it is also a very important hadith. This hadith focuses on another side of the Islamic law, that is the judicial process. We had hadith about halal and haram, we have hadith about the ibadah, we had hadith about charity, we have hadith about how we should, our social behavior with our friends, family, neighbors. So alhamdulillah, Islam gives us the opportunity to put the teachings from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and from His Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam in every aspect of the field. And this is what it proves here, and that's why this great scholar Imam Nawawi put together all these hadiths that covers every aspect of your life. So as we do all the time, we'll have a quick revision as the list is growing and growing. So be patient and go through the list once more time. So the first hadith is the hadith of intention, innamal a'malu binniyat. Then the hadith of Jibril, where Jibril asked question to Rasulullah about Islam and Iman and Ihsan. Then the 5 pillars of Islam. Then we have the hadith from Abdullah ibn Masud, that how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent angels to the womb of a mother to write the destiny. Then we have the hadith of bid'ah from Aisha radhiyallahu anha. We'll have the hadith about halal, haram, the doubts and the matter of the heart. Then we have religion of nasiha, because the sincerity to religions and to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and to the Prophet Muhammad, and the books and all the last but not the least to our brothers. And then we have the Rasulullah has been ordered to fight until people say the shahada, and we discuss the context of that hadith. We have the prohibition that Rasulullah said prohibit, avoid everything that I said haram, and try to follow the commandments as much as possible. Then we have the 10th hadith, Allah Himself is pure and He accepts only pure. The next 10 hadith, leave the doubtful matter, leave alone what is not concerned for yourself, love for your brothers what you love for yourself. And then we say that a Muslim's blood is only allowed in the 3 cases. And then we have speak good and honor your neighbors and guests if you believe in Allah and the last day. Then we have the advice for a Sahaba, and Rasulullah tell him to do not be angry 3 times. And then we have verily Allah has enjoined ihsan. Ihsan here means to be perfect, and He asks us to do perfect in our ibadah and also in our halal or worldly matters. Then we have fear Allah wherever you are. We have to be mindful about Allah. So inshallah ta'ala, if we do that, we'll find Him to help and protect us in front of us, back of us, on the side of us, and all over us. Then we have, if you have no shame, Rasulullah said, this message is from the Anbiya of the previous generation also. If you have no shame, then people can do whatever they like to do. Few hadiths after that, the next 10 bunch, believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and have istiqamah, meaning steadfast. In your ibadah, even if it's little in quantity, but you maintain the consistency. Then the question from a Bedouin about that, that he'll only do a little much, only do the 3 pillars of the Islam, because those 2 pillars probably not applicable to him. And Rasulullah said, yes, if you do it with sincerity, you will be in Jannah. Then we have Taharu Shatarul Iman, the udu or the purification is half of the Iman. We have the Hadith Qudsi from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told through Rasulullah that if you ask something, ask from me. If you're thirsty, ask water from me. If you're hungry, ask food from me. If you need clothes, ask from me. Everything we should ask from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then we had that a Sahaba, a bunch of Sahaba, a poor Sahaba, they came and said, Ya Rasulullah, those people who are rich, they are getting more reward by doing the charity. They pray like us, they fast like us, but we can't compete with them with our charity. Then Rasulullah console them, no, every tasbih that you do, every takbir that you do, every tahleel that you do is like a sadaqah, and that's getting reward for you, inshallah ta'ala. Then we had the hadith that every joint need a sadaqah, and we say this 2 rakah of salatul duha will suffice that. Righteousness is a good character. The importance of good character in Islam. Then we have the taqwa, steadfast on the taqwa and hold the sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu and the Khulafai Rashidin. Then we had a deed which will take you into Jannah and also away you from the Jahannam. And Rasulullah told this hadith to Muaz ibn Jabal that follow the 5 pillars of Islam first, then do the nafal prayer like the Qiyamul Layl, the charity and all these things he mentioned in that hadith. Then Allah prescribed some obligatory matters, and we should be careful about those matters. We should avoid the harams, and some matters Allah didn't disclose to us, and we should not ask question about those matters as Allah hide them for a reason. And then we have, if you be juhud to the world, then Allah will love you. So some Sahaba asked, give me something that if I do, Allah will love me and the people will love me. Rasulullah said, be juhud means be austerity, be mindful on make the things that is limited to yourself, and you will be, Allah will love you. And also the last hadith that we did, there should be neither harming nor harm, meaning we should not harm anyone, and if someone harm us, in replication, in reply to that harm, we should not cross the limit. And that hadith was from Abu Sa'id al-Khudri. Now the next hadith for today's hadith is hadith number 33. This hadith is described from the great Sahaba Abdullah ibn Abbas. The Al-Abbas is the uncle of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and his son Abdullah ibn Abbas, the cousin of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, where Rasulullah said, were people to be given according to their claims. So if people has given a chance to claim their things, some would claim the wealth and blood of others. But the burden of proof upon the claimant, and the taking of an oath is upon the one who denies. So I'll explain this hadith because the wording is as per the translation of the Arabic. So I'll explain. Before that, we'll go through the narrator Abdullah ibn Abbas. We already went through him twice in this series because we had two hadiths, I think, in the last 32 hadiths. Just a quick reminder, Abdullah ibn Abbas, his title was the Imam al-Mufassir. He was been titled that he is the Imam of all the Mufassir. And that's why whenever you listen a dars of Quran, you will see that this is the opinion of Abdullah ibn Abbas. And he was very young when Rasulullah passed away. He was only 12 or 13 years old. And one day Rasulullah made a dua for him. Not one day actually, this dua has been narrated few times. He said, Allahumma fakkiyu fid din wa allimhul tawil. Oh Allah, make him the knowledgeable of the deen, the fiqh, the faqih of the deen. So he has the knowledge and also that explanation of the Quran. Rasulullah specifically asked the dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And when he made the dua, one of the narrations say, his hand was on the chest of Abdullah ibn Abbas because he was just beside Rasulullah praying. There's two people Rasulullah, and he was praying, and Rasulullah pulled him towards him to pray with him, but he went back. And after the salah, Rasulullah asked him, oh Abdullah, why did you went back? I wanted to pray beside me. He said, you are the Rasul of Allah, how can I pray beside you? And he was only probably 11 years old at that time, and because of this, Rasulullah was impressed, and his knowledge, his respect, so Rasulullah made dua for him. He has another title. That title is, his name is Bahar. Bahar in Arabic means the ocean. The ocean, and because he's called ocean, because he has the knowledge of ocean. And as I said, he was only 13 when Rasulullah passed away. So how come he narrated so many hadiths, so many explanations of the Quran? Because he has the zeal of learning. He never stopped learning from the Sahaba. He was the cousins of Rasulullah, and Abbas was one of the very close friend and uncle of Rasulullah, and his son, he used to go near the Sahaba's house and stay there. And when Sahaba came out from the house, he's sitting there. So, yeah, Abbas, Abdullah, why are you sitting here? You are the cousin of Rasulullah. You call, we can go to your home. He said, no, I want to learn. That is not the right etiquette. I will stop here. Tell me about this hadith. When you went to this place with Rasulullah, what did he say? When you went to this place, he always used to learn and ask hadith. Regarding the narrator, and as I mentioned before, there are 7 Sahaba and Sahabiyat. They are the most narration of the hadith. They have the most narration of the hadith. And we should remember this name of the 7 Sahaba. Because with this series, we are learning about the hadith. Also, we are learning about this Sahaba. We are getting familiar with the name of this Sahaba who have, contribute a lot, in the learning of the deen, and for us and everything. So I just bring the list of these 7 Sahaba according to the numbers. This number may be vary, but this is the correct order. The first one, Abu Huraira. The second one is Abdullah ibn Abbas. The third one is our mother, Aisha bint Abu Bakr. And then the fourth, Abdullah ibn Umar, Jabir ibn Abdullah, Anas ibn Malik, Abu Sa'id al-Khudri. These are the 7 people. They has the highest number of narration through Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and most of this narration actually sahih, and you will find them in different books. Obviously Bukhari, Muslim, Abu Dawud, Tirmidhi, and all these things. But these are the 7 names. We should remember. These are the 7 Sahaba we should remember. And about Abdullah, this is a common name, as you know. There are 4 Abdullahs. They're famous in the history of Islam. There are 4 Abdullah. They are called Abdullah al-Arbaya. So the Abidillah of Arbaya, the 4 Abdullah, they are Abdullah ibn Abbas is one of them. One of them is Abdullah ibn Umar, the son of Umar radhiyallahu anhu. Another one is Abdullah ibn Amr ibn As and Abdullah ibn Zubayr. So all these 4 Sahaba is the Sahaba. They are called 4 Abadillas. And inshallah, I have intention after I finish this series, we'll talk about these 4 young, and they are very young. All 4 of them, all 4 of this Abdullah. There's another Abdullah ibn Masud, but he was older than them. He was like the almost same age as Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But these 4 Abdullahs, they are very young, like only 13, 12 years old. And they put so much contribution after Rasulullah passed away in the generation of Tabi'in. They are Sahaba because they saw Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But in the next generation, in Tabi'in, when the books were compiled, the Quran was compiled, and the tafsir start writing, collection of hadith, all these matters, they have put a great effort, for the ummah. Let's go back to our hadith. So the fundamental of Islamic judicial process, what Rasulullah is mentioning here, if in a court, people are given chance, they can come and ask anything, because if there is no rule. So I can come and I say, okay, I owe, this brother owe me $2,000. I have no proof of this. Anybody can claim anything. So Rasulullah is saying this is the nature of the people. What he's in the first sentence, he's saying people will ask about blood and the wealth and everything if they given a chance. So Rasulullah knew that this is, although maybe they're Muslim or non-Muslim or whatever is this case, they will ask because this is the nature of the people, because they are, by nature, humans are greedy. If they given a chance, most of them will misuse this opportunity. And then he says the burden of the proof is among the claimant. Now, who is a claimant and who is a defendant and who is a witness? In Islamic process, when a case was brought to the Qadi or the judge must first define who is making the claim, okay, and who is defending this claim, who is against the claim. It's a simple language. A claimant is a person who asks something that is not apparent. For example, if I say the phone that brother Samir has, this is my phone. Where is the phone? Is in his hand. Okay, so I am making the claim, and this is against the apparent. The apparent means that you can see normally. You can see the phone is with him. This is the normal case, but I am saying something against the normal, and that's why I am the claimant. So I am the claimant here, or plaintiff, as you call in English. And then, if he agrees that yes, here brother Ronnie is right, I by mistake took it or something, then he is the defendant, and the case is solved here because he agreed to this. If he doesn't, then become a case, and he become a defendant. Now, it is my job as a claimant to bring the proof. So if another example is like someone come and say, okay, brother Ronnie took $5,000 from the masjid. Okay, someone come and he say, okay, now everybody come to me and say, okay, you took the money, show me your proof that you didn't take the money. No, it's not on me. The person who come and tell that, he did this one, he is the claimant, he is making a claim, so he should bring the proof. The proof is onto them. So he has to produce evidence and proofs and everything, and we'll talk about a little bit about what type of evidence they will do. And the defendant has the job to take an oath. So the normal scenario is like this. So a person come, make a case of the judge. This person took money from me, stole my car, or destroyed my house, whatever is the case. And the judge will turn the other person and ask, did you do this? The person will say, the defendant will say, no, I didn't do this. First time he said, I didn't do this. So then he'll ask him, okay, bring your proof. If there is no sufficient proof, then he cannot produce enough proof, then the judge will ask the defendant, can you take an oath by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that you didn't do it? And then he will take an oath. Now, in taking oath, there are 2 opinions. There are 4 major madhabs, you all know, Hanafi, Shafi, Maliki, Hanbali. Hanafi and Hanbali, they say, if the person says, no, I'm not going to take an oath. Like suppose the phone example, okay? So he says, brother Sami says, no, this is my phone. And I couldn't produce any proof. I don't have any witness. I don't have any video, nothing. So I cannot bring any proof. Then, so obviously he's winning the case. And the judge will say, now Samir, you take an oath. say Allah, wallahi, this is my phone, this is not brother Ronnie's phone. If he says, no, I'm not going to take oath, you couldn't bring any proof. Why are you wanting to take an oath? I don't want to take oath like this. So if this is the case, there are two mazhab, that Hanafi and Hamid, they say no, he has to take an oath. If he doesn't take oath, then the judge will make a case in favor of me and I can get the phone. But in Malik and Shafi say no, it is up to him, you have to bring proof. If you don't have enough proof, don't push him for the oath. Oath is something between him and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He may take an oath, may not take an oath. But if you don't have proof, so there's difference of opinion into the four madhab. But it is true that in other matters, sometimes like in the matter of money and wealth, especially money and wealth, even the judge can ask a oath from the claimant also. So I am claiming this, and I brought proof, and the proofs are solid and everything, and now I am about to get the phone back, But the judge will at the end ask me, okay, you have to take an oath that yes, you are claiming the right thing, but that is also in the matter of only wealth and money. And for the witness, whenever you get a witness, as you know, Allah mentioned in the Quran, in different scenario, you need different type of witness. In a matter of zina, as you all know, we need 4 witnesses, which is almost rare in a case. We need 4 witnesses to settle the matter. Also, in the time of alcohol consumption, if someone say, no, I saw this brother having alcohol, and in Islamic law, you need 2 witnesses for that, not 2 for alcohol. And another matter Allah mentioned in the Quran in Surah Al-Baqarah, Allah said, about the matter of transaction, the business transaction, the money laundering, you need the evidence of 2 men or 1 man or 2 women. 1 man or 2 women. Why 2 women? And this ayah of the Quran, the Islamophobe people who criticize, and people who are the freedom of the woman or whatever you call them, they talk, the Quran says 1 man equal to 2 women. But this is not the case, and we explain this ayah, this is ayah number 282 in Surah Al-Baqarah, that what Allah mean by having 2 women in a case. Because some cases the woman's evidence must be the first primary one. For an example, like if a man and a woman wants to get married, okay, and someone came, no, you cannot get married, both of you, because you were foster sister brothers. I know you when you were little, you had sucklings from one lady. You had one nanny that you had milk from her. So you cannot by law you are brothers and sisters. In that case, we have to bring that witness from that lady, and her witness is the prime witness. You don't need any witness from the man or anything at that time. And there are some other case that the witness must be there. In case of witness, the witness must be in a Muslim case. It must be a Muslim. But nowadays, if it is involved a non-Muslim, you can bring a non-Muslim. Why is a Muslim? Because he has to have a righteous person, so that he doesn't lie. Also, apparently he can lie also, but it's to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And also he will be good in nature. His memory should be good memory. All these criteria about a witness. And just in a different point, I mentioned this before. At the previous time, people who didn't have a beard, they were not was called as a witness. I mentioned this matter because it was such an important matter, because to them it was told that if someone can clearly disregard a sunnah of Rasulullah and doesn't follow it, you can't bring him as a prime witness. And also, if a witness has conflict of interest, I cannot bring my wife a witness for me. Okay, I can bring my wife and say, okay, my wife will be the witness for this phone. Obviously, she will talk in favor of me. I cannot bring my, the father, mother. So if there is a conflict of interest, in that of case, this witness are not accepted. And the last thing is that, as I said, the taking oath. And as you mentioned that, the taking oath, nowadays it could be very easy for us. So you can say, okay, anybody can take oath and say, this is my phone or this is my car or whatever. But taking oath is a very, very serious matter. And that's why we are only allowed to take oath by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. As a human being, we cannot take oath of anything else. Allah can take oath on His creations. He can take on Shamsi or Qamari, whatever He wants. The time, the sun and the moon and the sky and the human being, whatever Allah wish, Allah can do that. This is Allah's creation. But we can only take oath in the name of Allah. And if you make a false oath, and in the days of Rasulullah said in another hadith, whoever with his good speech and with his oath, he will claim something that is not his. In this world, maybe he will get this thing, but obviously he earned a portion of Jahannam, so he will be in the Jahannam. And also the matter of the judge, if the judge has enough proof, someone, made a conspiracy and bring enough proof, a lie proof, he made up all these evidences, so judge has nothing to do, because judge is not alimul ghaib, he doesn't know. He will go according to the law, even if it is against that person is innocent, but the judge has no blame on him, because he had went through all the thing, and even the oath and everything. Suppose that they made the oath wrong, everything is false, but it's not him, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will do the justice. And that is one of the proof to the atheist. Some people say, how can you say there is Allah, there is God or something. That is one of the proof, because in this world there's a lot of injustice can happen. Doesn't matter which country, which law you follow. Islamic law, Australian law, whatever law you follow, there can loopholes everywhere, and you can do this one. And that's why we need the ultimate judgment from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. For a simple example, if I kill some person, this country law will take me to the jail, maybe 14 years, 15 years. Some country has the capital punishment, they will hang me. Okay, that's the last punishment. And if I kill 10 people, they will give the same punishment to me. If I kill 100 people with a big gun or a bomb or whatever, they will do the same thing. They can't do more than this. But over there in Jahannam, for each of the sin, Allah can give you life again, because nobody will die there, and Allah will make you test each of the punishment, and that is the ultimate judgment from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And as I forgot to mention, this hadith is found in Al-Bayhaqi, that's another book of hadith, but the same hadith is found in Bukhari and Muslim also, but a little bit of different wording, a little bit shorter form, but same kind of hadith. So this is an authentic hadith as mentioned by Imam Nawawi. So inshallah ta'ala we'll finish it here. Subhanakallahumma bihamdik, ashhadu an la ilaha ant, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.